The first real competitive PvP in BDO, Solarix. I don't think he's talking about a tournament. Let's see. I know Armin's been cooking on something.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the official Solarix Tournament League, and the beginning
Okay.
of what we're aiming to be not only the gold standard for competitive AOS tournaments, but also for ranked AOS matchmaking. I'll be doing my best to keep this short, so I'll be giving our goals for the time being. Our goals are pretty simple. Provide monthly competitive tournaments with prize pools donated by not only you guys, the community, but also third-party sponsors to create a drive for players to enter and perform.
Good luck, Mom. It's hard to get sponsors to sponsor tournaments, so hopefully he's got someone in mind.
While also creating a matchmaking system on top of all this, completely fit with ranked leaderboards, all run through our personally developed Discord bot for users to come and practice for these tournaments. Both of these goals have a lot of moving parts to them, but they're both fueled by one.
How without a spectate feature? So you're gonna share your screen, and they require you to be in Discord for this, is my understanding. And they're gonna hop into your channel, and you have to be sharing your screen, and they're just gonna look at your screen in Discord.
Just resubscribed for 9 months.
It's like gig is scuffed, but like that's all we have because the developers can't pull their head out of their ass. So I don't blame them.
One big point: consistency. Throughout BDO's lifetime, there's been a pretty severe lack of consistency regarding a lot of things. And unfortunately, PvP has been at the forefront for this, from my perspective at least. From resistances adding an element of RNG to tournaments taking years at a time to return, there's always been kind of a lack of drive. Years at a time to return. There's always been kind of a lack of drive for players to be able to stay practicing for a goal. You know, something that they really want to strive towards. And it's finally time for consistency. Or, well, at least the best we can do. Starting June 15th and 16th, we'll be officially kicking off with our first ever Solarix tournament, all held through Arena of Solaris custom game system. As for the highlights of this tournament, here's what you need to know. Missing Captain's Crystals, aka Sales, alongside all RBF resistance crystals, are banned from use. This means your resistance will not be able to go over the 45% threshold at maximum, or, well, 55 in the case of classes with innate resistance passives.
So he's banning resistances? Is Perlibus going to sponsor the tournament if he's banning stuff? Because, like, they get really pissy about that.
Secondly, players will also not be allowed to surpass the 331 DP threshold, regardless of class. Finally, as for our rewards for this tournament, alongside you guys funding this through donations that you'll be able to make through my stream starting June 1st for our first ever tournament over at my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/ArminTF, we'll also be getting some prizes funded from our friends over at Icon Digital, maybe some things like graphics cards. And on top of it all, PA has agreed to officially sponsor our first ever tournament with over 50,000.
So let me get this straight. You have Invicta here, and then you said Icon Digital. What are we doing? What is this, Bush League? What? Come on, man. Guys, use Icon. Optimize your computer. Super good. All right.
Sponsor our first ever tournament with over 50,000 pearls to distribute between all players of the top 3 teams for each region. So if you're interested in participating and...
Yeah, 50k pearls is what they offer everybody now. I don't understand it. Perlibus is... I think they should give him more. Perlibus's policy for tournaments is actually the most brain dead shit I've ever seen. They give every single content creator the exact same amount of pearls, no matter what your tournament is. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the prize pool is. It doesn't matter how big of a creator you are. It's just stupid. So what this means, it's like, oh, it's fair. It's equal. On paper, that seems like a good thing, but not all tournaments are created equal. For example, you can have a content creator that just wants to run a podunk tournament on a Saturday for their community of, like, 70 people or whatever. And then you've got someone as big as Armin or myself running a tournament, and we're all and it takes months to plan, and like all of this work, and we get exactly the same as they do. That's stupid. That's mental illness. Like it's archaic. They should give him more.
Bringing your very own team of 3. You can find the sign up link to
He's banning stuff and PA is still supporting. Well, he's not banning a specific class in this case. He's just banning like resistances, DP, and like other gear and stuff that makes certain classes viable. Like, or like a little too strong. I could see how they might still get on board with something like that.
our Google Forms either in the link down below or through our Discord server for your respective region, either at discord.gg/solarixna or discord.gg/solarixeu. I highly recommend, though, reading all the rules attached in the form, as due to AOS not featuring a spectator mode, players will be required to Discord stream their POV during tournament play.
Told you.
So keep that in mind. And with all that said, I want to go on to our biggest endeavor regarding this announcement: competitive matchmaking. The hard fact is that Ranked Arena of Solaire has not returned in over 7 months now, and with the beginning of this tournament series, we wanted to provide players somewhere to consistently not only practice for these tournaments, but also get data analytics and insight for their own gameplay. As of now, we're currently in our alpha release for this, but here's the basic rundown. Simply join our Discord server based on your respective region that you want to play on, register for our matchmaking bot using the command /player_create, and then enter your family name.
Okay.
Queue up and select the class you'd like to play. And when a match is found, you'll be prompted to accept the game. And finally, once you've automatically been moved into your team's respective voice channel, this part I personally think is pretty cool, whichever
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It actually moves you into a voice channel
the
for
6
you.
players was designated as lobby host will invite you to your match to begin. Once the game is over, all 6 players will be prompted to vote on the winner of the game, after which you'll be moved straight back into your queue channel, where you can relax until your next game begins. And you might be asking yourself, well, why would I use this over something like practice mode? Well, there's a few reasons. Our biggest goal was to provide players an environment where resistance is as little of a factor as possible, similar to our tournaments. So following this, all players will be required to follow tournament rules and remove designated crystals from their gear sets and match DP limits in the same way. Going forward in the future, we may even add different restrictions, adjust current ones. Our goal is to make this as competitive as possible and follow a certain line that doesn't violate the integrity of the player.
Okay.
Our next goal was to provide an official leaderboard and rank system. As of now, we have an ELO system in place, and coming soon, we'll also be adding a leaderboard to the Discord following this ELO ladder.
Bro, this is insane. This is crazy. The amount of work that Armin has put into this is astronomically high. I mean, like, good for him, man. Yeah, Armin, bro, gaming. This is huge for the PvP scene. This is massive. Like, holy, this is a project. You guys don't understand. This is hundreds and hundreds of hours of man hour. Like, that's the reason no one else has done this. Like, what an absolute animal. Good for him.
Giving players the goal of reaching absolute, the respective top 5 players for each region and the highest ranking in our leaderboard. With all that said, I'll be leaving with one final thing. This whole thing, as of now, is a pretty massive passion project. And I hope you can understand that it's going to be taking a lot of work to get things going. And the biggest I can ask of you on your end is to have some faith. This is a service for players, run by players, and it will mean...
Yeah, he needs to get compensated for this, bro. This is insane. You understand? He did like 300 hours of work to even get this off the ground. Like, and I might be underballing it. For essentially $0. Crazy. So that maybe 1,000 players, like I'm hoping, ideally like 1,000 players would get involved. Let's be honest, probably a few hundred at maximum. And like, that's how dedicated Armin is to the PvP community and like making it work. That's why Armin's just a G, bro. Oh, there he is in the chat right now. Our devs, Doyen and Chase, did a few hundred hours of work for this. Yeah, like, this is, I know, as a content creator, and like someone has to manage and make content, I know this is not a small project, guys. Yeah, give him a shout out, guys. Go donate to Armin, help participate in this kind of stuff. If you like PvP, this is the kind of shit that gives you consistent competitive PvP in a community. I cannot bring this to you. Armin can bring this to you because he is so dedicated to this. He absolutely deserves all the support in the world. This is crazy.
I mean, a lot of adjustments for things as we're going along. I hope to see you guys in the Discord queuing up some games, and for the people that are trying to compete, well, looking to win some prizes, best of luck. I'll be seeing you guys soon.
I'll definitely be watching, no question. I'll definitely be watching it. Here's the video right here. Give it some visibility. Go interact with the video, guys. I've never seen anything like this. We've had stuff like the Black Spirit League. Like, it was not nearly this good though. This looks like this looks smooth. And I know he's been working on this for months. Holy shit, bro. Great work. This is massive, dude. Yeah. Doylan and Chase and Armin, you guys have been... That's insane. You should get more. Honestly. Like, I'm kind of pissed they didn't give you more pearls. I was pissed they didn't try to give me more pearls either. Like, this is... that they just don't appreciate how much shit... Like, how much time this kind of crap takes. It's insane. I gave him this feedback forever ago. But does Armin have a Twitch? Yeah, he's in the chat right now. We just gave him a shout out. Armin TF. Armin TF. It's also in the video. He probably has it linked in the description too. He does not. Armin, get your Twitch linked in the description. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? You gotta get this. Come on, man. This is Creator 101. We gotta get on board with it, bro. What are we doing? What does the TF mean? I think Armin was taken, but honestly, at this point, the TF makes it sound even more badass. So, all right, guys, we have to get over to the podcast, but that's really big news for the PvP scene. That's awesome.